Jade here, otherwise known as Scarlet Rebel. Just wanted to do a really quick, super impromptu, I have no plan for this except for a couple of things that I want to mention and talk about, a little update video here, just, like I say, yeah, talking about a couple of things real quick before I basically disappear before Beyond Light drops. So first things first, if you watched my last video, I think it was my last video, it might be the one before that. Basically in one of the videos I talked about how I'm working with Planet Destiny to do some really cool lore videos with them, the first of which has gone up on their channel. It's all about Eris and the Singular Exegete lore book, basically examining that lore book and extrapolating how she feels about the darkness, if she's afraid of it, how she actually feels about her connection to it. It's a super interesting lore book and I was really excited to dive into the meat of it and see what I could find out, and I made a video basically talking all about it, and it's very appropriate for going into Beyond Light to examine that. Eris has been, I don't want to say accused, but there's definitely been a lot of talk about if she can be trusted, if she's secretly Savathun. God, I've seen that theory so many times it makes me roll my eyes so hard. Just lots of stuff like that. So I thought that making a video about her towards the end of season arrivals going into Beyond Light was going to be a really cool little thing, very appropriate. The video has already been really well received and I'm really grateful for that. And if any of you have come over to this channel from watching that video on Planet Destiny, hello, hi, welcome, thank you so much for coming over and subscribing and commenting on my stuff. And even if you watched my reaction video and you're now subscribed, like, again, thank you. Even if you've been around since before then, thank you so much. It sounds really cheesy and really hokey for me to be saying it, considering I'm sat here on just like 30 subscribers, but it really does just mean the absolute world to me. So thank you so much. And if you haven't seen it yet, I will leave a link to the Planet Destiny video that I made down in the description. If you could give it a watch, hop on over there and give it a like, leave a comment if you want, that would really mean the world to me. Planet Destiny do some amazing content. They do weekly updates for the weekly resets, they talk about story missions, they talk about exotic quest lines and how to get exotic weapons. They talk about everything, they really cover everything, and they're just a really cool group of people who deserve your support, especially if you're here for the Destiny stuff. I would really recommend just checking them out. So with that mini promotion out of the way, I also wanted to mention that, holy shit, Beyond Light is coming out tomorrow. Well, by the time I'm recording this, I'm not sure when this video is going up, but it could be in a few hours, it could be tomorrow still, who the hell knows. I will obviously be, I don't want to say notably absent, but we'll see where my creative, I want to say creative juices, but that sounds weird. We will see where my creativity leads me after everything that we're getting Beyond Light. I'm already really excited to see what goes on with the Deepstone Crypt, what happens with Clovis Bray, what happens with Elsie Bray, with the Exo Stranger, with Drifter and Eris, and of course everything that's happening with Season of the Hunt, with Uldren coming back, and Osiris, and just everything. There's so much that's going to happen in this DLC, I feel. It's starting to shape up like Bungie have a lot up their sleeves, or sleeve, and we're going to get a lot more out of it than we were expecting, kind of in the same way we did with Forsaken. No one was expecting the Dreaming City, no one was expecting the size of the raid that we got, and it really just knocked everyone's socks off, and I'm really getting that feeling from Beyond Light. Obviously I'm still setting my expectations, but I am just so excited to just dive headfirst into all of this. So we'll see what happens on the channel in terms of content after Beyond Light comes out. One thing that I will say is that I have definitely got a Season of Arrivals Thoughts video planned. It's basically nearly done as far as like note-taking goes, and even though Beyond Light is going to come out, I still want to talk about the season because I think it's really important to examine the content cycles that Bungie are bringing out, talk about what's working and talk about what isn't. Honestly, I feel like I have a lot of very differing opinions to a lot of the more popular Destiny content creators, and I don't say that bitterly. What I mean to say is that I do consider myself a more casual player, and I don't mean casual in the sense that I casually like this game. I obviously don't casually like this game. I like this game a lot. What I mean by casually is that I don't have the hours that a lot of people who are the popular content creators on YouTube have. I don't play this game every single day, as much as I would like to. So that's my definition of casual, just to make that clear. So I think that my perspective is very different for that reason, and now that I have a keyboard and a microphone, that's everyone else's problem. I'm like half joking. What I mean to say is that even though you might see a Season of Rivals video before you see a Beyond Light video, is because that one's basically nearly almost done. And I just feel like it's important, regardless of when the video comes out, to talk about the seasons, the content cycles, because that's the main thing that people talk about when it comes to Destiny, is the cycle of content and what people are able to play, and if it's engaging and if it's worth it, and etc, etc. All of that stuff that I'm sure if you have been a part of the Destiny community for a long time, you've heard a million times. And yeah, I want to give my opinion on that too. I do kind of want to do a first impressions of Beyond Light video, maybe just note-taking things that I have really big reactions to as we play the game, and just talk about it a little bit like this, a little bit more kind of, well, without plan, obviously. So I think that would be quite an interesting thing to do. If anyone would like to see a first impressions of Beyond Light from me, maybe just from like playing for the first 48 hours, you know, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see if I can't put something like that up really quick. And of course, I'm still going to be making lots of really cool lore content with Planet Destiny, so keep an eye out for that. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll be retweeting, talking about when stuff like that's coming out, and I'll also be talking about the videos that I'm making. And if you want my like reactions in the moment to Beyond Light, I would probably hop over to Twitter, because that will be where I will be doing the majority of my yelling. But of course, that's up to you. And yeah, that does it for this short little update video. There will still be videos on the way, I just don't know when. I hope you all enjoy playing Beyond Light as much as I know I'm going to. I'm saying this not just as advice for everyone else, but also as advice for myself. Make sure you're staying hydrated, make sure you're still eating, make sure you're still doing the daily things that you need to do. I just have this feeling that it's going to be a huge DLC, guys, so try your hardest not to get so sucked into it that you forget about the outside world. It does still exist, even if it is on fire at the moment. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I hope you all have an absolutely amazing first week in Beyond Light, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.